So I'm Dr. Harry Thirkettle. I'm Director of Health and Innovation at Aire Logic. It's quite a broad role, so I look after our internal operations team, help make sure that they're supporting all of our consultants who are out on delivery projects, and also work on some of the company strategy and BD. And then part-time, I also help to support the NHS Clinical Entrepreneur Programme, where I'm the business and commercial lead, helping to mentor NHS staff who want to be innovators. So we had a brilliant session which was called Innovation Starts with Users. It was led by Victoria Betton and our very own Vicky Foxy Sales, who's an agile coach and expert. Really fascinating session. We started off looking at agile methodology and some tools and techniques. We played the infamous penny game, which was really good, learning about how breaking work into smaller chunks makes it quicker, making sure that you can make iterative improvements to a process. So that was really impactful, and everyone seemed to enjoy that. And then the second half of the session was all about user research, really understanding user needs. So not just forcing a solution on people, but actually understanding and starting with the problem and making sure that you're building a solution around what's impactful for them. I think one of the biggest takeaways for me was a slide that Victoria had, which was looking at satisfaction with EPRs. And you might think that people's satisfaction mainly comes from the choice of EPR and which vendor people use, but actually that was quite a small percentage. And most of the satisfaction is actually related to the individual, how they've been trained and how confident they are in using it, and then how the EPR is being configured and deployed. So a lot more around that implementation methodology as opposed to just what solution you pick. So yeah, fascinating session overall. So the Neighbourhood Dragons Den session is something I'm really excited about. We're going to start off with a panel. So we've got some amazing panelists who are going to come and share their experience, talk about some of the challenges and opportunities that there are in neighbourhood health. And then what we're trying to do really with AireFest is make it super interactive. So we're going to break all the people in the room into teams. They're each going to come up with a problem that they want to solve and then spend an hour ideating about the solution and what it would take to solve that. So we're giving people an imaginary £150,000 to think about how would you spend that best to improve neighbourhood health. And then they're going to pitch that back to our panelists, who are then going to pick a winner as a kind of Dragon's Den style approach. And then really excitingly, because we really care about tech for good at Aire Logic, what we're trying to do is donate £5,000 to the winning team so that they can donate that to a charity of their choice. So it's going to be really exciting session. Kind of crowdsource all of those ideas and that innovative approach to understand new initiatives and new ways to improve neighbourhood health. And then at the end of it, do something hopefully really impactful for a charity as well. So yeah, can't wait for that. It's going to be great. I mean, I think if you're anything like me, you've been to dozens of health tech events and conferences, and they all tend to be a little bit samey. You kind of go in, you sit passively, you listen to some slides, you maybe walk away with some dubious swag in a tote bag, something like that. But you don't really get the opportunity to take part. And I think we think innovation really comes from people who understand the problems best. And those people are those working on the front line, really trying to solve those problems and experiencing them. So with AireFest, I think we're trying to create a bit of a melting pot where we can bring together clinicians, wider NHS colleagues, people from industry, technologists, and really all learn from each other. And I think for us at Aire Logic, we always want to be a little bit different. We don't want to be the same as other sort of health tech consultancies. And AireFest is really an opportunity for us to show that. We want to be really collaborative. We want to be focused on tech for good. And we want to create that environment where we can kind of collaborate and learn from each other. So yeah, so far it's gone really well. And I'm looking forward to this afternoon.